Welcome to the Tom's River Show. Pat O'Melia here. The sure sign that summer's over. The Italian Festival has been completed here in Seaside Heights. I like that festival. Seaside Heights, they do it right. Congratulations to Mayor Bars and all the council people and all the merchants and the guy that organizes the festival. I enjoy it. I've been coming down, well, I guess the last 12 years or so. Before we start, if you need any help, you got a problem with the township of Tom's River, get in touch with me. All the information's on the bottom of the screen. You got a county issue, state issue, consumer issue. We are very good, very, very good at solving those things. We're batting in the high 9-something, probably like 990. Can't say 1,000, but we're in the 990s. I can only think of one time we were not successful. And I just had a situation with an insurance company with Allstate, and we were successful again. You know, on last week's show, I brought up tax liens for seniors and the disabled. You know, I write this stuff. Actually, I should have printed it out or handwrite it for the show. But I got a text earlier today concerning my inquiring into seniors and the disabled when it comes to a tax sale in Tom's River. And the majority of these tax lien sales were like about $400. Pat, the answer to the tax lien question is that a statute requires, I got to find that state, Tom's River, Ocean County, I'm going to assume state, requires that every parcel be enforced at the tax sale unless the individual is in bankruptcy on or before the tax sale date, regardless of age or disability status, unless they are disabled veterans. Even disabled veterans who are exempt from local taxes are included in the tax sale if they owe unpaid sewer from which they are not exempt. Now, so what this is saying, and I'll get more clarification, the seniors and the disabled, for whatever reason, they can't pay a $400 or $600 tax lien, tax bill. There will be a lien placed on the house. Somebody buys the lien's not satisfied, you can lose your house. Now, when somebody is in the golden years, their earning potential is very limited. They're on a fixed income, and economic factors can affect them, seniors and the disabled. If we can help every situation, and we do, and there's a hypocrisy in this too. When we talk about fighting chronic homelessness, I might throw a senior or a disabled person out of their home for an unpaid tax bill. There's a problem with that. We need to recognize in the economy, now the economy is doing great today, but with the seniors, again, fixed income, maybe just Social Security, and they've owned this house and they raised their kids and the kids moved away, or whatever the case is. I got these seniors, maybe one, maybe two, who are in danger of losing their home because of an economic change. Now, I understand the townships need to get their money. That's how the townships run. They got to get the bucks. Two things are certain, death and taxes. And in Jersey, you can die elsewhere, but you're going to have to pay the taxes here. We've got to come up with a way that protects the seniors and the disabled. I don't know if it's something we can do municipally wise with like a reverse mortgage deal where these people don't have the threat of losing their home until their home transfers or they die, and then when there's a sale completed, they can get their money. But I have a real problem when we're out helping every individual through entitlement programs, so forth and so on, and here are individuals that paid their dues. They're in their late 60s, their 70s. They've done their dues. They've done their time. Did they plan well? I don't know if you can plan well in this economy anymore. You know, they could be on their own. Whatever the case is, they couldn't pay this $400 or whatever tax. And there's a lien going to be placed on the house. And somebody buys the lien in hopes that they can get this house. There's a real problem with that. And we need to figure out a way to help these individuals before they lose their homes. These people have probably been productive all their lives. Now they're in those golden years, their senior years. There's an issue there. We have to have some compassion. You know, and they're the ones we always cut back on. We cut back on the Medicare, we cut back on the homestead rebates, we cut back on everything on the people who aren't capable of going out and earning anymore. I'm not saying we should tax the young people. In Jersey, they're going to tax anyway. But we have to have some compassion and understanding on a municipal level to what's happening. We throw tons of money, millions of dollars at the chronic homelessness, but we may create it this way. So I'm going to look further into this, and I was with Mayor Kelleher last week. I will follow up in this further and try to figure out a way that we can help the seniors and the disabled. All right, we're going to break for commercial. You're watching the Tom's River Show. I'll be right back. Burns Brothers Memorials, Monuments, and Markers, 787 Tunley Avenue, Jersey City. Hudson County's only monument maker, serving all faiths and cemeteries. Design, studio, and launch inventory on site. Cemetery inscriptions and custom orders welcome. Burns Brothers Memorials, Monuments, and Markers, 787 Tunley Avenue, just south of Secaucus Road. Craftsmanship that will last for all eternity. Burns Brothers, Jersey City, Albert H. Hopper, North Arlington. Visit us on the net. The Jersey City Medical Center. You know it for its award-winning, life-saving ambulance service. It's also your health hub, with health and wellness locations staffed with certified professionals all through Hudson County. The Jersey City Medical Center, here to help you with your healthy, here when you need us the most. The Jersey City Medical Center. Visit us on the net to learn more. Jersey City Medical Center, Robert Wood Johnson, Barnabas Health Facility. Let's be healthy together. We're back. You're watching Pat O'Meara and the Tom's River Show. Don't forget, if you need some help, we are here to help. One of the things I am going to dedicate this Seaside Heights studio here is to Tom's River, Ocean County, and Seaside Heights. You know, I got a whole thing here about off-season, what we need to do in the off-season here. But this was my opening until that senior issue happened. You know, I met with the mayor during the week. We sat down and we talked about some programming, but I want to get to that later in the show. One of the things we need to do is recognize the economic powers of parts of our area, Tom's River, Seaside Heights. Route 37 and the construction project on 37 and 166 is freaking insane. Do you realize they actually rehabbed the Pulaski Skyway? Now, it's not done yet, but they were working one side at a time. They actually did one side of the Pulaski Skyway, I'm pretty sure, but before they completed this project on 37 and 166. And there's a little caveat in here for you. There is rumors that the gas pipes were placed in the wrong location, so that may have to be relocated, and that'll cause more. There is something wrong there. I got involved in that prior to the summer, got in touch with Ben Coppell, who is on the Transportation Committee. He's a new state senator in Monmouth County, but I knew Benny was on this, and I got to know Benny a little bit over the years. And Benny got into it, and things started moving, but I don't know if things are moving now again. I will re-engage myself in that. But there's definitely an issue there. This is really, there's a jewelry store on 166, Harina Jewelry. Their whole sign is dedicated to this $12 million project, the longest construction project on record. You know what? They're right. But let me get back. Off-season is here in Seaside Heights. Seaside Heights is putting in some new rules and regulations. They're getting away from the Jersey Shore Snooki. And I don't blame Snooki. There was a lot of script in there. But there was a terrible reputation for Seaside, Sleesides. You got a new mayor, Tony Bott. He's changing it to family. They're changing the way the motels are going to operate. You're not going to have the prom season just run wilding through the streets of Seaside Heights anymore. Somebody's got to be responsible. Somebody's got to have a person of legal age, 18, to rent a room. And Seaside Heights is going to enforce the COs. If you ever notice the doors on a motel, there's a little sticker there from Seaside Heights. It said legal occupancy, 2, usually 2. Now, some of these motel owners were renting to 8, 10 people there, and there were balcony parties. You know the whole situation. Mayor Boz is putting an end to that. Mayor Bonds wants to make Seaside Heights a year-round community, and that could only be beneficial to Toms River and Ocean County and everybody involved. Seaside Heights is the big draw during the off-season, meaning during the tourism season. Off-season, it goes down to about 2,500 people population. We need to get Seaside Heights back up to the 4-5 million tourist people per year. When Seaside Heights is rocking and rolling, Toms River, Route 37, everybody's doing well. It is an economic engine for Ocean County and Toms River. All these aspects of government have to start working together. And you know, for somebody looking to go into business, there are opportunities on the Boulevard and Terrace here where you can get in rather cheap, and where everybody's going to work to get people to come over those bridges from Toms River. And Toms River is important. We got to get you, Toms River people, to come over here. But yeah, it is the big draw. This is the thing we can sell. And if you can get Seaside Heights to become a 12-month-a-year community, all the better. The more traffic, the more foot traffic, the more activity going on, the more people here, the more money is spent, the more jobs are created. Everything works together. Now, I met with Tom Kelleher. I'm going to meet with Tony Boz, and we somehow got to figure out how to get everybody pulling on the same end of the rope to promote Seaside, get this community going. Even though it's, it's a separate municipality and all, but it is the big draw. When you come down Route 37, the closer you come to Seaside, the more vacated stores and businesses are there, because there aren't enough people coming into Seaside Heights. The more traffic we get coming in, the more people will take the opportunity and start a business or rent one of those places. There just isn't enough traffic coming over those bridges in the Seaside Heights. Now, during the season, there's traffic, but you can't run a business on 5 months. It has to be 12 months. And Tony Boz is working diligently here to start a 12-month community. There was one. If you go and you Google on YouTube, go through YouTube, put in Seaside Heights, and you'll see, 40s and 50s. There were supermarkets here, there were gas stations here, there was pharmacies, there was everything you'd see in Toms River. There was a real city here. And somehow, everybody decided, well, let's go in on tourism, and we'll only have 5 months a year of revenue earning. And I don't know who made that decision, but it was a bad decision. But the bones of the full community is here, the 12-month community. There are apartment opportunities. You can get year-round apartments. Nice places. And there's schools here, there's parks here, everything's here. Home opportunities, home ownership. There's a great opportunities here. And it's my kids just purchased a home. But that matter, I'm trying to figure out how to fight Mother Nature, because they got the nor'easters, you got the hurricanes, you got, they got Hurricane Michael coming in. They're talking about flooding possibilities this weekend. By the time this airs Saturday, hopefully we didn't get flooded out. I'm trying to figure out how to protect the windows. Now, everybody puts on the big heavy plywood. Well, it's me. I can't carry up the heavy plywood 2-story home and screw everything. So I'm trying to reinvent how to protect from hurricanes. And I got some ideas. I'm working on something today there. And there's some hurricane grips. I'm going to try to figure out an easy way to install and take down the hurricane prevention. But like I was saying, all of us start pulling on the same end of the rope. We can create jobs here in Seaside Heights, which is a big job market here during the season. We can extend that even further with the 12-month. And it helps Toms River. It helps Ocean County. All we need to do is everybody pulling the same way. And know who benefits if this all works? You, the property owners, the taxpayers of Toms River. It brings down your property tax values. We get people to come in, they may purchase that property that's still off the books from Hurricane Sandy. Imagine that was 6 months and we're still out there with Hurricane Sandy. All right, we're going to break for commercial. You're watching the Toms River Show. I'll be right back.
Pana Pinto Properties, Jersey City. Shaping the workplace with state-of-the-art office spaces that address your company desires. Building residences that define your home environment. Adjacent to all modes of transportation with on-site parking available. The right address, the right lease. Call 201-521-9000 or visit online at panapintoproperties.com. Pana Pinto Properties, building Jersey City for everyone. Good Friend Self Storage in North Bergen, New Jersey is a fully climate controlled facility equipped with state of the art security, packing supplies, a Refer a Friend program, and multiple loading docks convenient for commercial use. Located just off of Route 3 at 4301 Tunnelly Avenue, Route 1 and 9. Call 201 867 2444 or visit us on the web today. Good Friend Self Storage. Let us be your good friend.
We're back. You're watching the Tom's River Show. Pat O'Neill, you're here. You're watching all the stuff on the bottom of the screen. That's how you can get in touch with me. Easiest guy in the world. Follow us on Twitter and like us on Facebook. Look at us on YouTube. Somewhere along the way, we're going to start moving from cable television to going all in on the streaming. We've been doing this for the last year. For that matter, we're doing some live broadcasting. I see the opportunity for live broadcasting here in Tom's River, Seaside Heights, where there's an idea of a show I'm kicking around. It will be a morning show, and it will be all live. And the idea is to promote. Get people to realize what's going on in Tom's River, what's going on in Seaside Heights. Tom's River, I tell you, it's a great town. It probably outdoes most larger communities with recreation, police. It's well run. Property taxes, reasonable. Tom Kelleher is doing a good job, Mayor Kelleher. For that matter, I met with him during the week. And again, I'm dedicating this studio to promoting Tom's River. And I have another studio up in North, and we do this with Jersey City. We're getting all in with the municipalities, working with Mayor Full up there. We're working right now with the Parking Authority. We're working with North Bergen, we're also doing this with, working with Mayor Sacco, State Senator Sacco. I think Wednesday we're filming for the police department on how they indoctrinate the new recruits into the police force, and all the lessons they have to learn, kind of like a day in the life of a rookie. We're working the Hudson County prosecutor, Esther Torres. She's putting together a gun buyback program for October the 20th. We did the outline of what the social media posting will look like. We'll finish that up for Wednesday, but we want to do the same things in Tom's River, working with Mayor Kelleher and Stacy, his PR person. First off, promote the mayor's office. Everything Mayor Kelleher does, you should know about. And how do we present that? I don't know, maybe Stacy comes in and she does a few minutes each week. Stacy can film things on her iPhone, send it to our cloud service. My guys will edit it up, clean it up, and we can put it up on social media. I want to get involved with the Tom's River PD. I want you people to know what your PD is doing. Really, overall, I want you to know how your tax dollars are being spent. And there is a tremendous amount of good that's going on in Tom's River, the same as in Jersey City. It's really easy for me because Tom's River is just a smaller version of Jersey City. What happens in Jersey City is happening here in Tom's River, just on a smaller scale. I want to get involved with parking. Parking is a big money generator for Tom's River. Find out all the ins and outs of parking, what the rules and the terms of engagement are in different parts of the city, new municipal lots, new timing, all that. We'll get that on social media. DPW. Mayor Kelleher is, paving roads on the west side of town. People on the east side of town don't know that. We want to show you what your town is doing. So when they're paving a road, just before all the cars get on it and dirty it up, we want to film it. So I was telling Pat Stramato in Jersey City, Mayor Fuller, I need to know when it's about to be done so we could film it when it's pristine before thousands of cars go over it. I want to get involved with the fire department. You got two versions of two different volunteer fire departments here. This studio could be, it's so important to the volunteer fire departments by fundraising. Again, remember I said we can go live. I brought that technology into this studio where we can go live on Facebook, and we can go live on YouTube, we can go live on our base live stream, and we can go live on Comcast Cable. So we can help the fire department here fundraise. We can be so instrumental in helping the fire department and the EMS services. That's what we want to do here. Recreation programs, when to sign up. Maybe you do a little thing each week on football and the high school sports. The studio is here. Let's use it. For that matter, we were doing an RFP with the County of Ocean, and they were doing some video work that they wanted to do. They actually, in the RFP, they were going to allow a vendor, an outside vendor, to use the county community college, use all of its equipment, its lighting, its sets, its sounds, its cameras, its computers, and give the county of Ocean a bill for producing some county-centric show. And I'm like, first of all, I don't think that's legal. Why? How come you're going to allow me to go in, use the community college's equipment free, and I'm going to give you a bill for the show I tape for you? That makes no sense, especially when the studio is sitting here. We don't charge for that. How we get sponsorship, we go out and we get studio sponsors. And, the same as the North Jersey studio, the same as this studio. We will work with the municipality of town. You got a new prosecutor. We're going to work with him. Whether he's doing the drug things, gun buybacks, whatever, we will be there. This is what these studios should be doing. Council updates. We had Lori Urich in here for the live Hurricane Florence fundraiser from Sandy to Florence, and we were raising money for the American Red Cross. We had both studios simultaneously live, going back and forth, and it showed the technology we incorporated into this studio, and we had it in North Bergen. I could see Lori doing like a weekly council update, or Mo Hill, Admiral Dr. Council President Mr. Mo Hill. Wait, that's why he has a short name. When you have all that before your name, you can't have a long name. Most he could have was Mo Hill. When you're an Admiral Dentist Council President, you don't have a lot of room on that business card. He's a guy I would like to see come in and do a weekly update on the council meetings, what the vote was, what's coming up in the next council meeting, so you may want to attend that next council meeting, or you may want to know the results of that council meeting from the horse's mouth. And he is the big horse. He's the council president. These are the things that can be done. Now, we work with some other institutions, Jersey City Medical Center, where we have them film a weekly piece in 2 or 3 minutes on an iPhone. We put a little iPhone recording studio together, a little tripod, lights and all, microphones, and Joe Scott does a couple of minutes a week, and they send that to our cloud, which we put our own cloud service in, and so you don't lose anything in the video. We do all the editing, all the graphics, and all the identifiers and B-roll and all that stuff, and then we send it out on to the social media posting. That's something we can do here. We are here to help Toms River, to help create jobs, to help you, the people of Toms River, know what's going on. All right, we're going to break for commercial. You're watching the Toms River Show. I'll be right back.
Newport, the luxury waterfront community on the Hudson River, offers the quality of life you deserve in 10 high-rise rental towers with amenities such as the on-site Newport Path subway, light rail and ferry service, Newport Town Square, 3 playgrounds, dog run, upscale restaurants, retail giants like Sears, JCPenney, Macy's, and Target. Morton Williams Supermarket is just outside your front door. A health and fitness club, spa, skating rink, and medical facilities are also on site. NewportNJ.com. Enjoy the New York skyline from Newport Town Square. Manhattan is just one path stop away or quick ride through the Holland Tunnel. Nursery and private elementary schools all on site. 12-screen movie theater at the Newport Center Mall. Want to visit Newport? Stay at the Westin or Marriott Hotel. Go to NewportNJ.com for details. Newport has luxurious towers, great restaurants, shopping, New York skyline views, schools, playgrounds, a marina and yacht club, gym, spa, fine wine, fine living. It's incredible. It's you. NewportNJ.com.
Rama Jewelers, located in the Lyndhurst Shopping Center at 413 Valley Brook Avenue, Lyndhurst. Come for all your jeweler needs at Rama Jewelers, where you will find a fine selection of necklaces, earrings, rings, and bracelets. Choose from one of our complete sets, our many signature items, or find the perfect engagement ring. Come on down. That's Rama Jewelers at 413 Valley Brook Ave, Lyndhurst. Call 201-939-5784 or visit us online today.
We're back. Toms River Show. Pat O'Melia, your concern, non-concern is why I do this show. Yeah, this morning, I'm checking the transmission fluid. And we had an accident, I was telling you last week. 2 of my cars were damaged, 1 was totaled. And I need a low car to get Mom into. She's just got a hip replacement, she's got arthritis. And a friend of mine was selling a 2007 Lincoln. So let me grab this car. He knew the car was good. He was using it. Guy runs a shop in Jersey City. So I bought it off him so we can move Mom around. Mom's still in the hospital, by the way. She goes in for hip replacement, and we got all these other problems that pop up. The location for the automatic transmission fluid is like in the worst possible spot. It's maybe not so much its spot. It's all the hoses Lincoln ran over it. You gotta get like 3 hoses. One's a heater hose, by the way. And guess what? You gotta check it when it's hot. Heater hose is hot. This is the dirtiest engine compartment of any car I've ever had. So I ordered some engine detailer and cleaner and a little engine polish to shine it up. I got a notification from Amazon that my delivery was made. My daughter goes out and says, I don't see anything out there, so we may have a porch pirate situation. They moved pretty quick because it was only like 10 minutes. All right, enough of my personal problems. Adult life. Can your adult life be judged by your youth? When you were a teenager, you ever seen what happened with the Kavanaugh guy, where, you know, what he did when he was 16, 17-year-olds was coming back to haunt them. You're out parties and you're drinking. Now they're talking about, he may have lied on the oath about, you know, drinking when he was a kid. I tell you something. If any of us, if our adult life hinges on what we did when we was a kid, a stupid teenager, or a high schooler, or your early years of college, we're all in trouble. You know, my God, to think of what you did as a kid and have that come back, that could cost you a job. You know, you're there for a job interview. Well, you know, we're looking, especially now with social media. Now, when Brett Kavanaugh, you know, he was in the 80s, we didn't have social media. He had that, you know, weird calendars, and I don't want to knock anybody for keeping a diary. I never kept a diary, but he was pretty anal with, you know, the way he kept a ledger of everything he did. But I know girls did that, and they would write down everything they did. I guess you take those books through life with you. Think back of everything you did. And thank God we didn't have social media. But I'm telling you, today with your kids or yourself, everything you post, every stupid picture, every dumb comment you make, which may be humorous, humor doesn't work well in texting, by the way, or text chat or any of that. It just doesn't come out well in texting. You could have a problem in your future life. You may not get a job for something you tweeted back in 2010 when you were 14. Think about that. You could get fired from a job because you said something like, you know, oh, how gay was that? Now, talking about gays, you just use it as a reference. And, you know, so, we're just so offended. And the other problem, we are a very offended group now. Everything offends us. You've seen situations, there's a reporter on CNN. She made some comments 7, 8 years ago that just came to light on Twitter. Now she has to apologize. There's no forgiveness in social media. There is no forgiveness in Twitter or Instagram or any of those social media formats. Once you are charged, you're guilty. There is no coming back. It's like Salem witch trials. Witch, burn, that's it. You know, that's unfortunate. Again, you know, of a certain age, like, you know, there was no social media when I was a kid. You know, unless you went under the Pulaski Skyway and seen some of the spray painting we did, you know, we were pretty safe. Most of what we said just disappeared. But today, everything, and it is there on the internet. The internet's not going anywhere. So every stupid thing you ever said, even though it was like a joke when you were 14, 15, 16, any dumb picture, any of that stuff, any comments on someone could come back and toast you as an adult. It could cost you a job. It could, you know, you may not get employment. You're coming up on your, you know, getting invested. Turn out, boom, you made some comment back in 2012. This is like 2027. You're doomed. So these are the kind of things you have to be concerned about. And as you sit there and you tweet, now listen, I like social media. I don't tweet a lot. And we put all our shows on social media. That doesn't go away. So when you make some rude comment, or you say some stupid joke, or you put some dumb picture on the Instagram or what have you, that's not going anywhere. And somewhere down the line, that can come back and bite you on the butt. So be careful what you post there. It is, you know, it's not something I ever thought about before, but this is how you will be judged. You could be judged by what you did as a 15, 16-year-old. That's scary. But that's even scarier for people today than me. In the last 10 years or so, with the advent of Twitter and the social medias and all, that's scary for what you might have put out there. There are baseball pitchers that are in all sorts of hot water. There's one kid who was one of the best, pitchers coming out of college. He's not going to get drafted because of stuff he did as a kid. There are pitchers that had to go out and have press conferences and apologize for what they tweeted as a 15-year-old. You're being judged by what you did as a dumb teenager, and that is scary. All right, we are out of time. Like I said earlier, if you have a situation with the fine township of Toms River, you got a consumer issue, you got a problem with the county of Ocean, I can get in touch with Mr. Vicari, help you out. We're here to help. You got a consumer issue, that's what we do. I'm Pat O'Melia. You be good, you be safe. I'll talk to you next week. Good night.